Alright, we'll try that one more time. Everyone's busy today. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me know if this works, guys. And then we'll get moving with our notes and information. Hi, guys. Yeah, it kept buffering on my side. It definitely wasn't you guys, it was me. It's been a long week, I get it. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh man, such good weather today. It was mid 70s. So much yard work. Got the shrubs, bushes trimmed, cut back all of the fruit trees, cut the grass, fed the grass. It was cool and breezy, really nice. We're getting the room back together. We have I have the mic set up. I just got to get YouTube and my stream to communicate. So once that's done, it'll be, I think, all set. But I brought my notes. Got the whiteboard all set up. Oh, good. Hi, Rob. How are you? I'm happy you got in. All right, let's see. Yeah, the poll came up better. Originally, it was very almost one-sided to where it was 75%. Yeah, I have a list. I got to work on it. And then very few were give me what you got. I thought that was kind of brazen. Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is today, but Wi-Fi was buffering a lot. Trying to upload videos took forever. Sorry, I scrapped that one this morning. I'll try to upload it again tomorrow, but I don't know. I know today's a very heavy day. And I guess I'm in a weird blessing. I'm kind of happy the show didn't get uploaded because it was kind of salty for some parts of it. But I did make virtual morning mass. I am not a fan of these virtual masses. I'm really not. I don't know. Some people enjoy them. I don't. It's the whole getting out of the house, you know, getting dressed, getting out, and then kind of great way to start your day. But my finger's healing. I still blew a couple of spots. I cut my little Smurfette. Lots of folks still working from home. Schools are sort of open. Split sessions, some at home, some at school. Jeez. I thank God we homeschool because I feel for the kids who have asthma or the ones that don't like can you imagine having a mask on all day, every day like that? And I'm hearing from some friends that they have mask breaks, which I think is ridiculous. I can't wait for all this to end. I hope, I don't know. Does it end? I don't know. This is utterly ridiculous. And I love when they talk about, oh, we need 14 days to... How many months have we been doing this for? Oh, man. I have the bandwidth still being impacted. Well, that's right, because you got how many people working from home now? How many people doing school? You got universities, colleges, high schools, middle school, and so on. Yeah, it's depending on when schools start, private, public, Yeah, yeah, bandwidth is, oh, this is gonna be interesting. During the summer, it wasn't that bad, but now people are going back to school on top of working from home. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Coworker's daughter has asthma. How do you make an 8-year-old wear a mask when she can't breathe? I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad for any parent being in that boat. They're young, they're fidgety. They want to talk to their friends, you know, and social distance an 8-year-old with their friends around them. Okay, good luck. All day. Yeah, no. Did you take part in the poll? Which side are you on? Do you have a list and you're working on it, or give me what you got? Which one of these are you? I am very much, I have a list and I'm working on it. In fact, my list never ends. Today we did a ton of yard work and we ran some errands. We bought 2 pouches of yeast at this brewery place a few towns over, and got inspired to have a couple of bread starters, sourdough starters, and they smell so good. I made a short video about it. I didn't post it. Again, bandwidth was just horrific. Even trying to post a quick video about the earthquake update was kind of sketchy at best. But did the sourdough starters, got 2 of those. And it's a Yorkshire yeast variety, and the other one's a white bread variety. And got those 2 started. You feed a little bit of flour every day. And even if you don't use it, just scrape some out, you can throw it out. Or if you're traveling, put it in a fridge. Or I have heard of people paying bakeries a few dollars a day to feed it and keep it in a warm place, which I think is kind of cute. You can do that with your sourdough starters. I think I read that in the Epoch Times. People in Europe do that when they go on their holidays for a few weeks. It's a cute idea. It's actually a really good idea. You're not losing anything. Mask breaks or stigmatize the poor kid. I did a list that we are burning down. Nice, good job on the list. Yep. Eat the elephant one bite at a time, exactly. Now that I'm getting feeling back in my finger, I can start working on that wood pile. We did trim back our fruit trees today, some brush work, cut the grass really short so we could feed it. And I want to get that done. Yeah, chickens are doing great. They're starting to go inside the coop, thank God. I'm really relieved with that. So they gotta be laying eggs any day now. This is a funny breed. The first set of chickens we had before were the Red Cross. In and out every night, clockwork. These French breed of birds, they're funny. They won't go in the coop still. I think they're starting to get used to it, but it took them almost 6 months just to even start walking in and out of it. And they've been out in so many rainstorms, like it doesn't bother them. It's the weirdest thing. I've never known chickens to just hang out in the rain and doesn't faze them the least bit. But I think they gotta start laying eggs any day now. So, all right, let's look at the whiteboard. Now for here, I have it broken down with our notes. I want to see what you guys have to add to it as well, because I do want to put together a video talking about getting ready for winter when it comes to getting your house ready and your car. Now I have this right here for the house and this over here for the car. This is kind of like a rough draft. It's the basics, but whatever you guys want to add to it, I'll check the chat in case I miss anything. But for right now, I have for the house, replace alarm batteries, carbon monoxide detectors, which don't go on the ceiling or near it. Turn off exterior water valves, disconnect them. Drain and store your hoses. And depending on how your house or home is set up, you can do that underneath the sink. Clean and replace your furnace filters. I guess some you can actually clean, you don't just have to replace them. And your fireplace and stove, you can either professionally have it cleaned or you can do it yourself. We bought a separate vacuum, which is really good for picking up fine ash for your fireplace or your stove. just be sure to clean out or replace the filter in there. Works great. You don't want to beat up and ruin your house vacuum for the fireplace or stove. Clean and protect your barbecue and AC unit. Protect any outdoor furniture, cover it up, that way it doesn't get damaged. Purge your pantry and fridge. This was a good one I saw online. Someone actually said that, and it's a good point because you have all those condiments on the door. Your hot sauces, your ketchups, your mayo, your relishes, your salad dressings. It's a good time to look through them and see what you want to keep, what you don't want to keep. Instead of just collecting. We got rid of a bunch of stuff, surprisingly. That was a good one. Clean and dust your window treatments. If you have blinds, you can take a sock and just run over all of those. That's a good one because in the summertime, you have the windows open and closed whenever you want. In the wintertime, you have that dust just sitting there. Depending on if you have the fireplace going, pellet stove going, how often you clean it, that ash kind of just floats in the air and then starts settling on different things. Window treatments. Give that a good cleaning. Again, this goes without saying, non-perishable food items. Swiffer the blinds. Yeah, actually I love that. The Swiffer is great. My daughter loves the Swiffer. Yeah, it depends on what you have. You can run a sock or run the Swiffer in there. If you're short, Swiffer. But yeah, again, the non-perishable food and water. Now is a really good time to do this. We have Halloween coming up. School activities, however that's going to work. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and so on. Again, I don't know how people are going to do that, but stock up on the things now. Extra peanut butter. Again, you have, depending on where you live in the country, windstorms, snow, ice. That storm we had up here, that brought a lot of wind and knocked down a lot of limbs with the weight of the leaves still on there. Ice storms, snowstorms, power outages, drawing on the electrical system. As vulnerable as that is, good to have, good to have and not need than need and not have. Very simple, but again, it goes without saying. Non-perishable food items like this, for example, I discovered this last year, Happy Yak. This is really good stuff. This is almost like a gourmet mountain house. Backpacker's Pantry. It's pretty fancy with creme brulee options, but this is from Canada. Yeah, when I bought this took a little bit longer to I think almost 2 weeks to show up. But it's a lot of food. It goes up to here. So this is really full. And this has 2 servings in it. And this is the mandarin beef rice. You have baby corn and peas and broccoli and peppers, bell peppers, carrots, big chunks of beef and rice. This is almost like takeout. Freeze-dried takeout. This is good stuff. I want to get more, but the shipping sucks. And unfortunately, availability, like many other companies, if you can order and be patient for it to come in, great. You can always store, again, go to the grocery store, get your Mylar bags, label them, put them in food grade buckets or however you want to store it, totes. Again, depends on your setup and what your plan is. But again, non-perishable foods, water, have that in different locations and different storage options, and just have it, be ready. And again, what else do we have on here? Optional. Plastic film for window treatments. Depending on what type of windows you have, depending on the house that you have, even if new windows, put the plastic on there. It doesn't hurt to have extra layers on there. Blue stable in your fuel containers. Marine grade instead of the red variety. Yes, that is a good point. I have heard that a couple times. There's a difference. I think my husband actually told me about that. And now's a good time to test run all of your stuff. Let's see, I have that on here. Make sure your equipment works. That's right underneath here. Generator, snow blower, etc. If you didn't have to run a generator, good for you. Turn it on at least once a month. Make sure it runs. Check the oil, the fluids. Make sure it has good ventilation. The fans turn on if that's the case. Snow blower. Make sure that thing works. Test run your gen set. Yep, when it's not an emergency. Exactly. Snow thrower, pre-season run up. Alright, it's buffering, so we're going to try and make this quick tonight. Fuel. Firewood, pellets, oil. Make sure you have your propane. Make sure your tanks are full. Propane, oil. Make sure you have enough pellets ordered and they're going to be delivered. Make sure you have enough firewood split and it's dried. And know where everything is. Know where your totes are. Know where your gear is. Make sure it's labeled. Go through it every now and then. Oh, and another one. For the firewood, I said this before. If you want free firewood or chips, if you go to getchipdrop.com, you can sign up, and local arborists who do tree work or mulching, instead of having them pay a fee for landfills, they'll just drop it off in your driveway for free. Propane has trouble vaporizing when it's cold. Again, depends on your setup. Oh, propane tanks for grills in case you lose power. I became a pro at working that grill for a week when we lost power due to Isaiah's. We grilled pizzas, hot dogs, Hummel hot dogs. I fell in love with those. Those are so good. If you have Hummel hot dogs near you, so good. Great food comes out of New Haven. I'm telling you, between the pizza and the burgers and the hot dogs, guys. If you're in the New England area, so good. Again, propane tanks, even the little canisters, the Coleman ones, if you want to stock up and get extras of those for little camp sets, great to have options. Camp variety, grill, or whatever your other options are. And all right, let's keep this moving. Car. Check your get home bags, your bug up bags. Eggs and bacon, yes, exactly. There's a company, I think it's out of Arkansas. They actually have, I saw this on the Dilly Show a while ago. They have bagged or packed bacon. I think this goes up to 10 years. That looks so good. Always cook in a well-ventilated area. Yes, you're right. Check your bags in your cars, your get-home bags. Check the heater. Make sure your heater works. We just had mine fixed. That and the compressor and condenser fixed and replaced. I have to replace both of those. So I took my own advice and did that now instead of when I need it in the wintertime. Check your fluids. Very simple, but again, get the right fluids too for your car. Make sure you have the de-icer. The stuff's not going to freeze. Make sure it's the purple or whatever variety that works for your car. I love live shows. Hi guys, you there? Let me hit refresh. Alright. Blankets. And yeah, I know. This is crazy, you guys. I'm telling you, between people working at home and school starting up. Yeah. Alright, good. Alright, so back to the car. We have, make sure your tires are in good condition. Your battery is fully charged. Or needs to be replaced, do that now. Add blankets in case, God forbid, anything happens, you have warmth. Bottled water. What you can do is, water does freeze, and when it does, it expands. Try to open up the bottles, pour out a little bit, and give it some room to freeze if that's the case. Snacks, peanut butter, crackers, nuts, anything that will last and not go bad in the car, that are really good snacks, like energy bars, granola, anything that you like, put it in there. Hand warmers, that goes without saying, for your feet and your hands. Gloves, hats. Again, anything else you could think of, throw that in there. See what else you guys got. Again, rough draft. Anything you want to add in here, go ahead. Because I do want to put something together with all this together. Let's see. Yeah, if you have any ideas, throw them in the comment section below. And yeah, like I said before, this is a good time to do it now while it's still really nice outside and people aren't thinking about winter. They're thinking, hey, it's nice out. What else could we do this weekend? So take the time while people are distracted with really good weather or getting ready for school and whatever else is going on. Yard work and other projects. Speaking of projects, we're going to work on an earthen stove. We're gonna build one outside, and I'm really excited to start making bread outside. We're gonna build it from the ground up with the wooden structure supports with the legs, and we're gonna take these fire bricks from a local stove store, and we're gonna get those and line them up, and take the sand mold on top, and then build it with 2 layers. You're gonna start with 2 parts sand, 1 part clay, and you work that around in a 3-inch thickness first. You score it, and then you put on a cob, a mixture of clay, sand, and grass or hay or straw, and then you pack that on there in another 3-inch layer around, and you let that dry, and once it's dry, you can scrape out all the sand, and then start a little fire inside, push it in, and it helps with the drying process, and then you can grow it to be a little bit bigger. There may be some cracks, but that's normal. And once that's all done, you can start baking bread in there. You can make pies in there. You can make little pieces outside if you want. But it's a great alternative to just having a grill or having an open fire. But what you want to do is cover it with a wood structure or something to protect it, because it is made of clay and sand and grass, and it will wash away over time if it's not protected. But I'm excited to build it. My daughter Eva is excited to build it. I think my husband already was mapping out the brick layout and doing all the math and making a to-do list to put this together. We want to do it now before it gets cold, because it does take time for it to settle and set up, but I'm excited. And yeah, I'm telling you, once you get going with these little projects, it's a nice backup for what you have now. And a couple things. One is enough? You never really know, because you can make all the lists and have all the totes and bags and buckets and whatnot, but I think if you just keep plugging away at it, I don't know, it all adds up, but you're never really done, I guess. Some people think they are, which is great, but realistically, you don't know. I don't think there's really an answer to that question. Everyone's different, their situation's different. It's all about the journey, not the destination exactly. So remember, every little bit adds up, it all works. Try to catch up here. But again, have a list, have a to-do list. If you have an idea, write it down, research it, see what works for you. But it goes to that saying, 3 is 2, 2 is 1, 1 is none. And not just that, but learning curve. You're constantly learning. This year, we grew a bunch of potatoes in a new area. We successfully grew corn. And we're still growing stuff in the garden. But that's the thing, and it's one thing to have your stuff, your gear, but actually try it out, use it, see what works. And just keep reading online. And what I love now is actually seeing people who've done it and actually live this. They go through all the trials and errors, so they can save you a bunch of time and effort. And I love those head starts. I love those channels where if I see someone who lives it or has done this for years, I love putting that out in the description list. Whenever I make a video, I'll give them a shout out and say, hey guys, check them out. They're living this, they're walking the walk, they're doing this. And they can cut through and tell you what they've tried, what works, what doesn't work, when it comes to gear, trial and error, all that good stuff. And that's what it's all about on here. I gotta go to work, have a good night, stay safe, never forget. Yeah, exactly. All right, be safe and well. Rob, I'll talk to you later. But with the other articles, I will drop all this in a separate video and put this together. I know the bandwidth is horrible tonight. Between work and schools and whatnot, we're doing the best we can, right guys? Hey, how are you, ICC? It's buffering bad tonight, but we're doing the best we can. I have a list here that I will put in a separate video in case you missed it earlier. We went over getting ready for winter. Your home, your car. Here's the list. I know, look, the notifications, guys, it's bad. Even for a small channel like me, it's bad. I don't like griping on the obvious with the censorship, and it's bad. we're doing the best we can. I do have the utilizing the podcast room again. I have the microphone set up and whatnot. Really happy. These are great. So once YouTube can accept my streaming information, this will sound and look much better and get organized. But we're getting there. But thank God for Streamlabs. How are you doing in California? I went to put together a show this morning, and a lot of good articles about California, Oregon, and Washington with the crazy fires going on, and a lot of information is coming out now that Antifa is starting these intentionally. And there's video of a utility pole being cut 4 times by a chainsaw and trying to do damage over a substation. I think that was in Washington State, but I couldn't upload it. I was happy just to get the earthquake alert out earlier. Are you going to leave this up so I can watch? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's up to YouTube, but yeah, I'm going to leave all these up. You guys can watch this later. I have all the information on here. We talked about it each one by one. This side we talk about the home. This one we talk about the car. All the detail stuff. Ugh, it's bad. Thick soot and ash everywhere. Guys, how's the heat? Is it subsiding a little bit? Is the cloud covers at least alleviating some of the heat? It's bad, especially in Oregon and Washington. It's ridiculous. There's so many people being arrested. There's one guy who live streamed it, talk about, oh, I just saw this fire. I called the police. They arrested him. They're like, we're watching you. This reminds me of a bad Japanese movie. I know. Guys, I doing the best I can. It goes without saying, right? Again, it's almost midway through September. Hopefully that does something for you guys with cooler weather and hopefully humidity. Oh my goodness. I feel ya. I do. A lot cooler. Good. It was 113 the other day. Now it's 80s. Yeah. It's cooled down a bunch here. Our highs were upper 80s. Today was like mid 70s and a breeze. So we're like, get out of the house. We got so much done. Try to get ready for the fall. We're very fortunate. The last thing we got to do was just tear through the garden, just cut everything, just chop and drop, and then cover it with hay and get ready for next year. Yeah, it's crazy. That popped up. I said it. Yeah. Just have the bags ready. Have a plan. Water. Have plenty of water on hand. Again, it's just the basics that a lot of people overlook. Yeah, the stream tonight, I had to twice stop and refresh it. It was bad. And we talked about this earlier. I think it's a combination of people working from home, schools and universities getting going online. That's a big dent. And then, hi honey. And then you have high schools and so on. So is everyone. Do you have an email so I can talk to you? Yeah, you can reach me at talkwithtiffany@protonmail.com. Want to say hi? Hi. Yeah, again, if you have any pictures, video, articles, information you want to share, talkwithtiffany@protonmail.com. I really do appreciate the on-the-ground information that you guys do share, especially out in Iowa. Jeff Young with the on-the-ground pictures and video of the corn, the devastation, what the farmers are going through. Yeah. Yeah, it all helps, because this, again, only so much information makes the mainstream news. And when I discovered that information about the farmers being able to share the first-hand accounts on agweb.com, basically from Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and other in the Dakotas, talking about watching their soybean crops die or not being able to mature, and same thing with their corn. I didn't hear about that on the news. I stumbled upon that page by accident looking through AgWeb, and it's hard to read some of these. One guy, a few of them were just basically saying, yeah, the rain's here, but it doesn't help when everything's dead. Again, appreciate the information. That's a huge help. But again, I'm going to leave this up for later if you guys want to peruse the list of getting ready for winter. And we did a poll. 57% said have a list, I'm working on it, and 43% of people said bring it on or give me what you got. I'm like, all right. But we went over the basics, talking about getting your car ready, replacing anything you got to replace now, do that now, while before people do the same thing. And food and supplies. We talked about food, water, other essentials, and getting that ready now before the holidays hit. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, parties, all that stuff. However parties are going to function nowadays, I don't know. But doing that now before people think about the same thing. And I think that's it in a huge nutshell. This, or basically I was looking for people, what they're doing to get ready, what they've done to get ready, and put that down in the information down below. And we could put that in a video and compile all the information. So with that being said, and the way things are buffering, guys, I'm sorry. Hopefully next week's better and I can start using the good mic and have a better setup. But with that being said, I'm going to leave all this up here for you guys to peruse. And let me know if Friday nights are working out for you guys. I know weekends are really important to people, the way they travel, come back Sunday nights. I've debated about doing the Sunday nights because people travel home. So I'm trying to find a nice time that works together, a nice in between. I figure people are working during the weekdays. You're starting to unwind a little bit for Friday. So maybe I'll put a poll up. I'll put a poll up later saying what Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night works best. It's heartbreaking what's happening. I do really appreciate a list. I'm going to watch rewind. Thank you. Got it. I'm canning celery. Nice, in carrots right now. If you can grow celery, tell me what your trick is. That's celery and peppers. Friday works for me. Okay, great. All right, we'll stick with Friday. I don't know if you can see it, but I smushed my finger in the wood splitter. It's blue. But I can feel it again, so that I got that going for me. I'm not gonna lie, for 3 seconds I thought I broke it. All I did was just feel it. I'm like, God, please. It's the worst feeling. It's like, no. And what's scary is you run through your mind, what happens when the crap hits a fan down the road, you know? What do you do for medical attention? Thank you about the celery. I love tips and tricks. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to catch you up on that we talked about. Everything, that was it really. Talked about everything on the list. How bad bandwidth is, and it's probably going to get worse as schools really start wrapping up. I didn't break anything, and I could feel it again, so very fortunate. It was just a big goofy log. It was almost like trying to move a tire. It was really goofy. CERT classes, yes, we do belong to CERT. You know what? I'm going to put that on the board for next time. Skills. That's why I like these chats. It's good for ideas. For example, CERT, that's a good one. You bring that up. CERT, ham radio, EMT, or MRT, or any type of medical training, really. So you got CERT, ham radio, EMT, gardening, food preserving. Try to think of any other skills we could think of here. Can you think of any other, this would be a great topic for next Friday, skills. CERT, ham radio, EMT, gardening, food preserving. Lord knows. Ooh, firearms. YouTube's gonna love this one. Communication. Holy moly, they banned repeaters here. Yeah, what is up with that? I saw that. They were either going to start charging you guys for those repeaters? That's crazy. You have wildfires going on, you have power outages. The one group of people, that's less than 1% of the entire country that can actually relay information back and forth, and that's ones you want to hit. Honey. Oh, that poor state. What is... Hi, November. How are you? Soap making. Yeah, if you have any other ideas, drop them in the comments below. And holy cow, hi. All right, I'll email you after the show. Thank you. But yes, so making, that's a good one. Communication, firearms. Yes, I live in the blue state. It's interesting, but very big on safety. I am a instructor. My husband's an instructor on different platforms. He's all three. I'm just pistol. But cert, ham, communication, EMT, gardening, medical, food preserving, soap making. That's a good one. I've seen that saponification. That looks like an art. I know you have to work really fast with that one. I've got a bunch, but we'll email you. Thank you. Yeah, anyone else you could think of skills for next Friday? I think we just found our topic. I'm excited. Yeah, all right. You know what? I'm going to work on that one. I got a week. Yeah, if you have any other skill set ideas that you want to put together, that's huge. All right. You know what? We're going to end it here. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. The bandwidth was atrocious tonight. But we're doing the best we can, right? All right. I'm going to cut it here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. But again, if you have any, we're going to stick with skills for next Friday. Anything and everything you think of that is good for now or when there's no power, or things to stock up on. Carpentry skills, there's another one. That's an important one because there are stories of contractors having a hard time finding supplies. Nails, screws, tools. If you can find like a consignment shops with old school tools where you actually hand crank like drills and stuff like that, those I think are going to be in high demand down the road. So we'll talk about all that next week. I'll write all this stuff down. Old school tools. Old tools. Things that don't need power to operate and function. All right, let's call that a night. Be safe, you guys, okay? Make it another good productive weekend. Remember, every little bit counts. You don't have to do so much where you're burnt out. Electrical, exactly. Pace yourself, make a list. Lists are great, as you can see. Utilize those. Remember, we're all human, don't burn out. Herbs, yes. Making your own teas, absolutely. And medicinal purposes as well, so important. I think catnip's good for this, for stomach aches. I'm trying to remember all these now off the top of my head. I'll bust out some books and we'll put down some notes, compile a nice list for next week. And whatever you guys want to add to it, go right ahead. Sorry, we'll focus on skills for next week. Again, make a list. Take it easy on yourself. There's enough stuff going on right now, but every little bit does add up. Everything does build. So, again, if you have any other ideas or things you want to talk about, email me, talkwithtiffany@protonmail.com. And with all of that being said, take good care of yourselves. Be safe and well, and we'll talk to y'all next week. All right, bye guys.